Counter AAA here again, my YouTube viewers, with a review of Battlefield 3. This is EA's latest installment of the Battlefield series. I've been a long time fan myself. I played Battlefield 1942, Battlefield Vietnam, Battlefield 2, Battlefield Bad Company, Battlefield Bad Company 2. I loved them all. Bad Company 2 I had some gripes about, though. Some major gripes. Reload animations. First of all, those of you who know how to shoot guns know that you can't just put a new mag after you fired all your rounds in without pulling back the bolt or releasing the bolt. Anyway, I've always been a long time fan of the series. I loved it since 1942. Battlefield 1942, that is. If I'm that age, I've looked very good for that age. But anyway, it blew me away. It was real fun. It was really fun. Battlefield Vietnam came out, I got that. I mainly played single player on Battlefield Vietnam, Battlefield 1942, the 1942 expansion pack, which was, if I'm not mistaken, Secret Weapons of World War II. I think. But anyway. The Battlefield 2 came out, me and my best friend Kyle, we play hours. Just not single player. But then, when we decided, let's go do multiplayer, we got, it's an addiction. It was really an addiction. Because it gave you a sense like you needed to accomplish it. It gave you medals, it gave you ribbons, it gave you weapons to unlock for your kits. It gave you a sense of accomplishment in the game, which I hadn't really felt in any game. I was a big gamer, so it made me feel good to accomplish it. And it was a game that encouraged more team play than it ever did lone wolf. I love that. The fact that you had to work as a team to win. And the fact that the sniping was realistic. You had to compensate for bullet drop. The direction where your enemy was going. You had to lead your target. And that was cool. You know, because I was the guy that sat on the roof in Attack of Karkin, I think that was the map's name, where I would place a claymore on the staircase, wait for your dumbass to get up, let you look at the claymore and think, oh shit, boom, you're dead. And I was the guy sniping. But I would change up the gameplay and, you know, be a squad gunner or be an engineer or medic, just because it was fun to do those roles. And it really was. I loved it. You know, I still have Battlefield 2. I have the Spec Ops one. I don't have the other ones. I don't have the other expansion packs, but I'll probably get to it this one day when they're on sale real cheap. But it was fun. It was really fun. Then I believe once they first announced they were developing a new Battlefield, I followed it. I followed it from its beginning days. And it was awesome. Because they cared about their product. It could take years to develop it. I wish some game developers Activision, Infinity Ward. Sorry, I cough right there. God, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Would learn from that. Because I really do feel that Battlefield 3 is worth my money. You can tell they took a lot of time to develop this game. From the weapon design, character animation, lighting, and sound. The fact that you have to take cover when you're getting shot. You can't just stand up in one area like this as an idiot killing people. You have to take cover. You have to duck. You have to run. You have to sprint. You have to protect your buddies, revive your buddies, give them support, because it encourages that. And I love it. I'm a team-based person. I always do something for the greater good of the team, whether it's keeping the enemy at bay, which I'll do. I love it. or sneaking around as the engineer, and, well, that's needless to say, I've snuck up on a team and wiped the whole team out, and I love it. Or whether I'm the guy that's sitting in the doorway keeping you from my MCOM station. It's not, I don't think it's camping. It's called a defensive position. Now, you know, there are some gripes, but they're really not something that should be fixed because it's not broken. Mainly, you get to unlock a lot of things. I'll get to my point in a minute. Um, that's one of the things that keeps the replayability of Battlefield 3 so high. It takes a while, it takes a lot to rank up, a lot of points, but it makes you feel like you're actually accomplishing something, that you're working towards that goal of getting that new camouflage, getting that new specialization, getting that new personal defense weapon, getting that new shotgun or pistol. And it actually makes you feel like you get a sense of accomplishment. You really do. Because I recently got to my first service star for the engineer, and now it's like another 145,000 points to get service star 2, and I'm just trying to lock the SIG 553 rifle, and I have to work for it, and I like that. I like working. I love the unlock system. You get different weapons, specializations, camouflage pistols, shotguns, personal defense weapons. Even for vehicles, you have to unlock weapons and defensive abilities as well as permanent abilities. And I like that. It makes you work for it. It makes you concentrate on a certain class longer. But the unlocks, the attachments for the weapons are absolutely wonderful. You get the Cobra Red Dot sights from Russia, the PSO series of scopes and sights from Russia, the PKO holographic, American Red Dots, EOTech, Advanced Combat Optic Gun Sights, rifle scopes, variable zoom scopes, infrared night vision, bipods, foregrips, tactical flashlights, lasers, extended magazines, not clips. Don't get me started on that. It's something I always taught. If you said clips, it was 20 push-ups into my training, but it's magazines. Magazine. A clip is something you insert into the magazine and push the ammo down in. A stripper clip, that's what it is. That's what they're referring to. But anyway, I'm getting you started on that tangent. You have to unlock in heavy barrels, flash suppressors, noise suppressors, not silencers. There's a silencer weapon. Makes it quieter, but it's ridiculous. They said each one has 10. It's 10 plus. It's 10 plus per weapon. I know that for a fact. And it makes you want to upgrade those weapons further. But the weapon selection is awesome. I love it. You get the classics from the M16A3, M16A4, the M4, the M4A1, the M416 from Heckler & Koch, the FN Fabrique Nationale, FN2000, the P90, the MP412 Rex, the Dow 12 or Street Sweeper. Good God, there's so many other more weapons. The AK-74, the AKS-74, the RPK-74, AEK-971, the AN-94, Abakan. I think that's how it's called, or something like that. But the weapons are detailed, and they have the correct reloads for them. The way that the military trains the people to reload these weapons. and they're awesome. They don't feel overpowered. They don't feel underpowered. They're how a weapon should feel. I feel like I'm firing a real weapon. I'm not feeling like I'm shooting a laser. But that's what makes it awesome. You feel like you're in actual combat. And that's the main thing. Now, on to my point rating. Sound, get a 10. You can actually hear distant gunfire echoing. The sound changes from outside when you move inside. It echoes, reverberates. I mean, the sound's wonderful. The single player campaign, I am going to give it a 9. Definitely a 9. It was a very interesting storyline. You know, it was more of a, it had a Tom Clancy techno thriller type feel to it. And it didn't feel rushed or forced. It was a little bit shorter than I would like, but it was still a really good storyline. Now, graphics. You can tell they took a lot of time and care to create this in. Because it feels real. I'm going to give it, on graphics, definitely 9.5. There's a couple glitching, there's a couple collision errors, and a little bit of graphical glitches every here and there, but nothing that can't be fixed with a patch. Now, replayability and gameplay, get a 10. It takes a while to rank up in the game. It does. But it keeps you striving to rank up. It keeps you striving to get the objective done. It's an amazing experience. Overall, I'm going to give Battlefield 3 by EA and DICE a 9.5 out of 10. Close to perfect. They fix a little bit of the errors, you know what? It'll be a 10. Absolutely. If you're thinking about buying this, I'd buy it. I really would. Or if you're thinking about giving it to somebody for Christmas, get it. They'll enjoy it. Anyway, guys, leave your comments in the comment section. This is my personal review of Battlefield 3. So, leave your comments. Oh, and for those of you who want my PSN, it's Su-47 Eagle. Look me up on PSN. Send me a friend request. I'll gladly accept it, and I'll gladly play with you online. I'm always up for meeting new people on the battlefield and playing with them. I've met a couple good players on there, so it'll take me some time sometimes to get on because I'm looking for a career in law enforcement, so I'll play when I can. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you for watching, and keep in tuned for Ace Combat Assault Horizon, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Until then, Kinda 888 saying, Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. God bless. Have a good night.